Generally, about half of the students write about failing or about disappointing their parents. If I had worried about making mistakes or disappointing others, I'd still be an unhappy banker. If you don't take these chances, the person you end up disappointing is yourself. Several years ago, when my son Jason was 21, he came to me and said that rather than spend the summer working, he wanted to have a life-changing experience with a charity organization to ride a bicycle across the United States to raise money for multiple sclerosis. I was extremely apprehensive as I worried about his safety, sleeping conditions, the physical wear and tear on his body. As a parent, I wanted to say no and to keep him safe and at home. But for my son to grow, I knew that I had to let him attempt this worthwhile endeavor. So off he went, from Bar Harbor, Maine to Seattle, Washington, 4,295 miles on a bicycle seat. I didn't sleep well during the 70 days that he was on the road, but he completed the ride, and he, along with dozens of other cyclists, helped the charity raise nearly $250,000 for MS research and treatment. Jason grew as a person, experienced so much, and I learned an important parental lesson, and that is that we prepare our children as best we can, and no matter what they do, as parents, we will be there to celebrate their successes and be there for support when things don't turn out the way we hope. One of the most important words of advice and my final pearl of wisdom is to show people how you feel. As many of you know, my favorite hobby is traveling with my family in our RV. Several years ago, I was starting out a trip to Texas with my wife and 3 children. We were headed west on Interstate 70 near Mount Airy when we experienced a mechanical failure in the RV that forced both the trailer and the van that we were riding in to flip and roll, coming to a rest upside down on top of a guardrail. The nature of the wreckage of the accident was so severe that it closed down westbound Interstate 70 for 3 hours. This was the worst day of my life. Fortunately, we all survived and are doing well, but the accident changed me forever. I learned that every day is precious and that it is important to tell people how you feel. Too often we get caught up in how things look or what other people might think, and we let moments slip away. You'll be surprised to know how much people appreciate a kind word or a simple expression of gratitude. Be sure to thank the people you have who have assisted you along the way, and while you're at it, take the time to tell people how much you care. Tonight is a great night to show your family how special they are. Make sure you don't miss out on that opportunity. So in closing, 3 simple points. Be passionate about whatever you choose to do. Don't be afraid to take chances, and take the time to show others that you care. I wish you nothing but the best, class of 2019.
Congratulations and thank you, Mr. Dubs, as the selection of the class of 2019 seniors, Teacher of the Year. For our guests who I have not met, I am Tammy Goldeisen, extremely proud principal of Marys Ridge High School. Watching these young people learn, grow, mature, and improve their decision-making skills, okay, most of them, show us that they are ready for the world, and it's been rewarding over these past several years. They arrive in high school trying to figure out how this whole high school thing works, and they leave us a short 4 years later being taller, smarter, stronger, and with the focus and determination that we all hoped and prayed they would gain. To our families, thank you for sending us your best every single day. I know that you join me in celebrating them. please take the time to reflect upon all the incredible things your student has accomplished with your unrelenting support. You have been the key to all that they have achieved. I also want to thank you for being such an amazing school community. We are grateful for your consistent and passionate support of our students and our school programs. To the Marys Ridge High School staff, thank you for all your incredible efforts on behalf of the class of 2019. Words cannot adequately express my appreciation for your service, leadership, and passion for excellence. These graduates are here today because you gave them everything they needed to succeed and move on. And finally to you, the graduating class of 2019, as we arrive at this very special day, I am reminded of how far you have come, how deserving you are to celebrate today with your classmates and your families. And I am truly awed by all that you have accomplished in your time at Marys Ridge as a Mustang. For sure, there were bumps in the road and hurdles that you had to jump over. But you did it. You persevered, and you showed us that you can handle the job. Marys Ridge High School is forever changed because of who you are, what you have accomplished, what your dreams are, and how you have made an impact on all of our lives. We are so excited for you today, but we are also sad to be saying goodbye. Mustangs, I have always cheered you on. More importantly, I will continue to cheer you on as you move to your next destination. I will always have my pom-poms raised in celebration for all of your efforts, the successful ones and the ones that don't work out exactly as you had planned. I urge you to join me in celebrating your success, regardless of how long it takes you to reach that goal. I ask that you never let other people's measurements of success become yours. Set your own goals. Be who you are supposed to be. Follow your own road. For many of you, I have been lucky enough to have been your principal for 5 years, beginning in 7th grade at Mount View Middle School. This year, instead of standing second in line next to Dr. Martirano, I will be positioning myself as the last person to shake your hand or give you a hug, whichever you prefer. We've been together for 5 years, and I want to be the final person to congratulate you as you begin your new journey. Now, many parents in the room and many students in the room are familiar with the cheer that I do at athletic games. Maybe you heard it as a player, maybe you heard it as a student. So today, including the stage guests, especially you students, you know what I'm going to do, I want us all to celebrate these seniors. So I'm going to move to the middle of the stage after I give the directions. You're going to repeat what I say. I'm going to say, when I say blue, you say gray. We do that twice. When I say Marriott's, you say Ridge. We do that twice. When I say number, you say 1. We're going to do that twice. And at the end, I'm going to go like this. My arms are going to come up and we're going to say Mustangs as loud as we can. Students, please do not let me down. That was awesome. Seniors, I want you to enjoy your celebrations. I want you to seize the day and every day after this. In the words of Victoria Hench, it is always a great day to be a Mustang. Ms. Mallow, Dr. Martirano, as principal of Marys Ridge High School, I hereby certify the graduates seated before you today have met all the requirements for graduation set forth by the Howard County Public School System and the Maryland State Department of Education. They are eligible to receive a high school diploma, a certificate of completion, a certificate of attendance, or a certificate of achievement. It is now my pleasure and honor to introduce our County Executive, Dr. Calvin Ball.
Good afternoon. Now, on such a beautiful day, I know we can do better than that. Good afternoon. Rudyard Kipling reminds us that if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blame it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. The late, great Howard County Superintendent, Dr. Sidney Cousin, used to say that the very best commencement speech is one where the beginning and the end were very close together. So Mustangs, commencements are a time of endings, but more importantly, a time of beginnings. You've shown the resilience and the perseverance needed to succeed and make it to this moment. Please remember as you embark on your next beginning, the love and support that you have today from your family, your teachers, your community, and grant